Hey guys, Aaron from houseofha.com, and today, our nomadic journey, we have brought you to Colorado, more specifically to a national monument known as the Canyon of the Ancients. What we're standing in right now, what you got to see the outside of a little bit, is the Lowery Pueblo. Am I saying that right, Melody?
Yes, it's a National Historic Landmark.
It's a National Historic Landmark. What it is a pueblo it was an ancient style of like home or house. It was one that was built into the ground. It made of stone with kind of a stucco, or its own like mud cement in there. It had 2 stories usually, with a lower level that was built into the ground, with a center spot that was known as the pit house. So what we're standing in right now is one that, based on the literature we've read, might have possibly had, like, the Anasazi was the original builder or had lived here, based on a little bit we read, and that this structure has been here since around 1000 AD, like, to 1000 to 1100, and then, was lived in till around the 1300s. And then pretty much it was abandoned, or because their culture grew and it expanded into other forms of living and home and stuff. Go ahead.
It said that they don't consider it abandoned, that they consider that they left to complete their final part of their journey as a part of the compact with Earth.
See, it sounds so much better when you say this stuff. I mean, it's just poetry.
Right.
But yeah, that's so not abandoned, but just it's not used anymore. But there is, based on what we read too, it says that there's at least 24 nations that, people's nations that associate like a cultural heritage with this canyon, as far as like different tribes throughout North America. It's pretty amazing. Now, what you saw was the outside of the building. I believe specifically that was the front of the building. You can distinguish the front from the back in this very specific design style, as in the front will be a door and the back will be not a door. This is almost a direct quote as far as how you can determine where it's facing, where's the front, where's the back. So my back, so this direction actually would be, I believe, considered the front of the building, with the back behind us. So we're going to take a crawl.
Stand next to the door so you can see the height of the little door.
Yeah, just to put it in context, I'm 6'2".
Step back.
So, that door.
That's right, yeah.
Okay.
And then there's your head like touching the
beam.
Now
this right here, you see, would have actually been a second floor that would have gone to this structure. Okay, so let's go take a peek in. It's pretty dramatic. I think you guys will like this. Hi, me again. So the part you just saw is what they refer to as the pit house. So this is the lower level, the one that actually goes below the ground. This design is super energy efficient, as far as the context of it. Once you can put heat into it, it's going to maintain it. It keeps the wind, keeps the weather out.
It's also called a kiva.
It's also as a kiva, which is actually that's an adopted term from the Hopi language. They call them, these little rooms are referred to as kivas. And if you can see, I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but like there's a little bit of kind of a white, almost plaster looking covering over the bricks. That would have been the outside layer. It's just really mind blowing if you really you stop and think about that, like entire generations of family lived here. Yeah, this was the part where the building initially began construction, they believe, but it was an ongoing process. They figure this place has been, portions of it taken down, demolished, and built back up and rebuilt at least 6 or 7 times, over the course of generations living here. So that would be the upper level. Be above us, there would be little ladders. That seemed to be the preferred method, was ladders climbing up and down.
Okay.
So yeah, this is the kind of stuff, like, I had no idea this place existed. I had no idea this was around, or it's one of those things. We had a direction to go on a map, that we're heading across the country. We saw this was here. We stopped in. We wanted to check it out, and I'm super glad we did, because it's rewarding. It's rewarding to get to see, how people survived in this land and lived in the elements long, long before us.
I want to live here. It's
Yeah, I would
really
totally
cool
live here.
here.
This is so much nicer than our campsite.
Although the doors are really short.
Yeah. Or we're really tall. I don't know.
I had
One
to
of the
crawl
two.
on my hands and knees outside.
Yeah, it seems to be one of the things too. All it was limited access. I imagine there's probably like a rationale for that. Is probably keeping the wind and the temperature under control, or maybe keeping certain animals out. I don't know.
Plus, the ground probably has raised up over the centuries.
True. But this is the kind of cool stuff you can find if you, just take hop on a road, see where it takes you, and what stuff you can kind of discover. And this today was a good day for that. We found something really cool that I feel like a little little more rounded human being. Getting to experience this. No pun intended.
Are you ready to go walk around the outside?
Let's go check out the outside and show what it looks like. It's gonna be pretty windy, so
You better say goodbye now.
I should. I guess I should. So enjoy the outside view, the walk around, the scenics, and thanks for subscribing to our channel, following us, shophouseofhaha.com. Buy our stuff that help us support this journey and fund this trip, and have a reasonable day. Since the wind's died down, you might be able to hear me here. But this is the back, and over here, right near this spot, archaeologists back in the 30s, when they excavated this for the first time, found this to pretty much where they dumped their garbage. This is where broken pottery, old food. I don't know if you can get it or not, Melody, but you can see the view they had from here. Those snow-covered mountains.
There's one of the little doors. There's another one. the door I crawled through earlier, but don't think I can do that with the camera. We'll see. There you go. Ah, didn't I? All right, well, that's about it.
Thanks for joining us. Our little nomadic journey today through Colorado. Later today, Utah, and that makes an even dozen of states we're going to hit in this trip after driving over 8,000 miles. So thank you for checking in, and once again, go to houseout.com.
Keep the nomadic adventures coming.
And watch our